Good. Yeah, obviously feels good standing up here after a win. Thought our guys played well. A lot of things that we definitely could have done better. But anytime you can walk out with a win in college football, it's big. So definitely happy about that situation. Want to thank the fans. Thought again, as cold as it was, what a turnout. So can't thank them enough. And we're going to need them here this Friday. We got a big rivalry game with Arkansas, and looking forward to that as well. And from there, I will open it up.
Who from the younger guys that kind of got in there a little bit later kind of impressed you and took advantage of that?
It's a good question. They all showed flashes. I'll put it that way. It's like I always say, they show you flashes, and they also show you why they're not ready to play 60 snaps a game. So I thought everybody that went in there had their moments, showed some flashes, but I think a lot of them have room to grow as well. So it's kind of hard to pinpoint someone that's going in there and really just standing out from a complete game standpoint.
Blake, what makes Arkansas dangerous, especially with KJ back?
Well, yeah, that's the first thing, right? He's an incredible talent, big, strong, can make all the throws. He always seems to be able to get out of the pocket and break tackles. Even having the chance to compete against him last year, I believe it was a critical third or fourth down. We had him in the backfield. He was able to shake us off and get the first down. So, but he really is a complete quarterback. As big and as strong and as mobile as he is, I think he's really improved in throwing the ball, especially when you look at the Ole Miss game. I thought he was really on point all night long, giving his shoulder rest from that LSU game. But it starts with him, and then obviously Rocket Sanders is a big physical back. I mean, both those guys are big dudes. So I think they lean on people, they wear you down as the game goes on. I think they're talented at the receiver spot, at all three receiver spots. I think their tight end, who's a converted receiver, he's a mismatch problem as well. And then I think they're very well coached up front. I think their center is a really, really good player. So, but at the end of the day, KJ Jefferson's kind of he's the motor under the hood. You know what I mean? And again, when you have a guy like Rocket Sanders, who I believe is first or second in the SEC and rushing, the thing that's really stood out to me from him is he's incredibly patient, more so than last year. He's really done a phenomenal job being patient, keeps his shoulders square, stays low. As big as he is, believe it or not, he does a good job hiding behind his offensive line. So we got our hands full. It's a very, very talented offense. It's put up a lot of points. So we got our hands full.
Like Coach Ringwood talked earlier today about the transfer portal opening up in a couple weeks and having to recruit your own guys and stuff like that. What are your thoughts on the portal, and kind of what would you say to someone who might not feel like they're playing as much as they want and thinking about it?
Yeah, I think that's the new age of college football. Those discussions will happen after this week, but I think each case is individual of itself. There's some guys that want to go test the waters and see if the grass is greener, and there's no bars on the window, there's no locks on the door. So there's obviously we don't want anybody to leave, but if people are unhappy here, that's kind of the beauty of the 85 for 85. So to me, that'll be a conversation in a week, but I think each individual case is probably going to be handled differently.
There's other coaches at other schools who might be in some guys' ears all.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I mean, you're naive if you think that's not happening. So there's definitely guys. I don't know a percentage, but I know for sure there's been guys on our team that's been contacted by other coaches or other places.
When you're facing a short week like this one, how do you
Yeah, I think and that's what I'm really proud of is we could have played a lot cleaner, but we did our job. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we won the game. We were able to get some of those guys like you talked about. We've had quite a few guys play a lot of snaps, and the cumulative effect over the entire season that wears on you. So we were able to get some guys out of there, get them some rest. And just the rest of their body, you know what I mean? I thought we just had a really spirited practice. I thought they were flying around, did a good job, and anytime you can take that load off of them, it's going to be beneficial, and it's beneficial, like we just talked about, for the young kids to get reps too. So, especially guys that are utilizing the 4-game rule, and next year, if we're counting on them, it's not their first time to ever step in between the white lines on a Saturday night. So, it's a win-win situation.
For some of those young guys, can it be like a boost mentally to get in there and maybe not do so good, where you maybe realize, oh, I'm not ready, I need to.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what I talked to some of the guys about. Is I'll use Jelani Williams as a perfect example. Jelani Williams, without a doubt, has not gotten the reps that he's wanted throughout the year, and I get it, But he's a senior that works every single day, prepares every single day like he's a starter. He comes in the second, third series, grades extremely well. I think he had the most snaps on anybody in the defense. And I used him as an example to the young guys. You know what I mean? Young guys, they don't ever think their time's coming. You know what I mean? And when it does come, did you do everything you could do to prepare yourself to be successful? And, you see that with some guys, and you saw some guys that had not prepared that way. It's the old saying, and I don't know it verbatim, but freshmen are happy to be here. Sophomores just want to play, juniors want to start, and seniors want to win. And I think that showed Saturday night. There was a lot of freshmen that have probably been happy to be here, not thinking their time was going to come. So I think it was a wake-up call to some of them. Hopefully, a lot of them to understand the importance of preparing every single week like you're a starter. No, he practiced. Tyrone, yeah. Tyron or Tyrone?
Tyrone.
Oh, I'm sorry. Tyrone, yeah. He's out with a shoulder. He's out with a shoulder. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking big hop, little hop, man. No, but yeah, he'll be out. He'll be out Saturday or Friday, whatever day it is. Whatever day it is. Yep. But yeah, he'll unfortunately be out Friday. No, turf days, man. I don't like cleats on the turf. I like the cleats on the grass. It actually makes my back and legs feel better, but on the turf, it doesn't have the same effect, man. So tennis shoes on turf days.
Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Appreciate y'all.
Martez, from a player standpoint, I mean, how big is the difference between 5-7 and 6-6 and getting a bowl game out of it?
Yeah, that's a big difference. Honestly, not really focused on the bowl game right now. Just kind of focused on this week and winning this game, but easily the biggest game of our season. That's kind of the message going around through the locker room and through the building, honestly. We know what this game holds weight, and we know that we got it at home and we got it to our advantage, so we want to take advantage of that. So, yeah.
Martez, in Kentucky, we talked a lot about what the rivalry meant to you. What does the Arkansas rivalry at right now?
That means a lot to me, too. Sorry about that. Yeah, it means a lot to me, too. Obviously, old coach there, say it every year. So just want to play well and want to put good stuff on tape. Yeah, I mean, it's a big deal, but it's a bigger deal because it's the game we're playing this weekend. It's possibly our last one if we don't get the job done, so that's the biggest thing we focused on.
Between Sanders and KJ, what do they do well on offense that you guys have to be ready for?
I mean, both of them are lethal running the ball. Both big, powerful dudes. Got to make sure you get your pads down, wrap up, run your feet, basic fundamentals. But the thing about them is when you play people like them, you got to focus on them even more. Focus on those fundamentals and be able to do your job. So, yeah.
Did it feel like you guys got back on track last week after the Tennessee game?
Yeah, I mean, still some stuff that we wanted to clean up. Not our cleanest game. I mean, I don't feel like the scoreboard didn't show that, but to our standard, I feel like it wasn't our cleanest game at all. We still got a way to go. So not hopefully, we're going to practice hard and we're going to make sure we play to that standard this week.
What are your thoughts on the way Jelani played when he got a shot?
Oh, yeah, Jelani, super proud of him. That's like my best friend, honestly. A guy that's been hit with injury after injury. Honestly, just thing I respect about him is he always just prepares like he's the starter every week. You know what I mean? And he got his name called and he was able to show up. And pretty sure he was like our highest graded player that night. So just super happy for him, and hopefully he continue to play great.
What did you guys see from those other guys that got an opportunity to play at the end?
Yeah, I saw a lot of good stuff. Dalen had a big pick six that was super dope. A lot of guys just shows us a bright future around here. Norwood played great. Just cool to see. Even though it's senior night, it's about the future as well, and we got to see a little bit of that, so I like that.
Martez, as much as there's like player movement these days, you don't see the same quarterback 3 years in a row very much.
Yeah, facts.
You feel like you know KJ Jackson pretty well.
Personally, yeah. Definitely, played against him. My sophomore year when we played them, that was his first start. Definitely got a lot of experience with a guy like him. Looking forward to one more.
Martez, what's going through your head the other night as you're getting carried off?
Yeah, it was just a really special moment. Really thankful for it. Sorry about that. Thankful for this journey that I was able to be a part of. Thankful for this blessing I got to call my college experience. It's been a truly dream come true, and to be able to win that game and get that rock and get all my teammates to sign it for me and, write down the date on it, something that 40 years from now I'll be able to look back on and laugh about and, tell my kids and grandkids about. So I'm excited about that.
Does it hit you that this is going to be like your last game in Columbia, not just
And it hasn't hit me yet. It hasn't hit me yet, but I'm trying to keep the emotions out of it for the week, and kind of let them just free on Saturday. I feel like a few games I've been kind of thinking about stuff like that, like last few, and I feel like it's just been making me practice different. So this week I just want to try to, just stay focused on the mission, and then I can just let all those emotions and the passion just out. I don't want to waste all my passion on a Tuesday or a Monday when I need it for Friday. You know what I mean?
Martez, you guys have faced a lot of good running backs this season, a lot of good quarterbacks, and this might be like the best combination of the two.
No, facts. Yeah.
This season. What makes Rocket and KJ together difficult to defend?
You just got to respect both. You playing a quarterback, when you are playing a quarterback who's not a great runner, you can play really heavy on you see him giving a read, you can play really heavy on the running back because he's not going to pull it. With KJ, you got to respect it, And even if he's such a big, talented dude that sometimes you got to respect him with two dudes, because you don't know if the one dude can make the play. So, just two truly gifted players, and but we also got truly, gifted defense. So we call ourselves the best defense in the country, then this is the perfect week to show it. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Chad, how big of a difference is there between finishing the season 6-6 and 5-7 with this one?
It's a big deal, man. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to get this Battle Line trophy, so got to make sure we win this game this weekend.
Just out of curiosity, is that like the biggest trophy you've ever seen?
Yeah, probably the biggest trophy I've ever seen, for sure. Yeah.
You guys were used to having it for a long time. Does it hurt more when you don't have it?
No, I just think it gives us a little more to work for, you know what I'm saying? Instead of us always having it, staying complacent. Now we got to go get it.
Chad, what went into the decision to come back next year?
I don't think I did what I wanted to do this year. I missed a couple games, and I think I owe it to myself and Mizzou to come back and have a better season next year and help lead this team.
What did you kind of see from those younger guys that got in there at the end?
Say it again?
What did you kind of see from those younger guys that got in there at the end of the game?
I think they played all right. We had a couple issues, but they played all right. It was good to see them get out there and get their feet wet a little bit, so I think they played all right, bro.
When you look at Arkansas, what's kind of the biggest, thing you gotta focus on?
We got to stop the run from the running back and the quarterback. It's like having two running backs on the field, honestly. So we just got to stop the run, get penetration, move the line of scrimmage.
Does just kind of having to think about this Battle Line trophy, does that kind of make it easier to prepare for this week instead of thinking, we need to win for bowl eligibility?
Yeah, man. Battle Line trophy is what we playing for, honestly. The bowl game is just extra, So that's what we focused on, getting this trophy back to Mizzou.
Chad, how do you kind of balance as a linebacker, keying in on that run game while also knowing that KJ can hurt you with his arm over the middle?
Well, being a linebacker, we play run first, so, I focus on stopping the run. Then if it ever gets to a pass, I got to bail out and cover. Appreciate y'all.